There you go, get him. There he goes, running. Running. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Get him, boy. Get him. He's caught in that tree. Oh, he got him. Get him, boy. Get him.
You know what time it is.
Welcome back to another episode of Get 'em Greg Fishing. My name is Greg Williams, and today we're on Lake Wateree fishing for crappie. The air temperature is about 55 degrees. The water temperature is about 52. It's 3 days before Christmas, so ho ho ho. And hopefully we'll get them, catch them up today. The rig we're using today is we have a ½ ounce egg sinker with a little split shot about 8 inches up from a #2 Eagle Claw Gold hook. We're using little minnows, and we're hooking the minnows directly through their eyes. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get them.
We started the day out by launching our boat from the Wateree State Park landing. We chose this landing due to the close proximity to our fishing grounds, which was less than 500 yards from the landing. To be honest, I am no expert on crappie fishing. However, with that said, my old friend and original boyhood fishing partner, Charlie the Crappie Slayer Medlin, who is one of the premier crappie fishermen on Lake Wateree, sat down with me and thoroughly explained the habits of crappie during their fall to winter transition. This video is a compilation of all the tips he shared with me.
And right there sits the legend. Right there, Charlie Medlin. Crappie killer right there, son. Crappie slayer.
He found me, guys.
That's what a good pair of binoculars will do for you. You'll find him, and you get right up here on him. You troll right beside him. You watch every move he makes. You'll learn from this one. There he is, right there. You see that boat? You know he's catching crappie.
As the water begins to cool, crappie will start to move. Once the water temperature reaches 50 or below, crappie will begin leaving the creeks and will travel upstream using the deepest part of the old riverbed as they transition to their winter habitat. They will feed hard and can be very aggressive. You should be able to catch them in this transition on points off of creeks, such as where we are at this video, Taylor's Creek. The crappie will typically feed right at the edge of the flats near the drop-offs. In today's video, there were about in 29 feet of water.
We're running an 8-rod setup today where I have 2 8-foot rods, 2 10-foot rods, 2 12-foot rods, and 2 14-foot rods. They're the Dave Crappie Busters combo rod and reel. They run approximately anywhere from $22 to $29 for the combo. Highly recommend them. They're good rod and reels, and they don't mind catching a boatload of crappie.
As we got set up for fishing, a thick fog set in and hung around for most of the day. Although there are dozens of ways to catch crappie, today we are slow trolling between 0.2 to 0.4 miles an hour. We're using a modified Carolina rig with a ½ ounce weight held in place by a small slip shot sinker positioned 8 inches above a #2 Eagle Claw Gold hook. This rig is tied directly to the main line. A minnow is added by placing the hook through both eyes, then dropping the bait straight down until the weight hits the bottom. The crappie were holding tight to the bottom, so a simple 2.5 turns of the reel got us to the zone where the crappie were biting. Once we located the crappie on our sonar, we would hit the spot lock button on our trolling motor and sit over the top of them for a few minutes to see if they would bite. Then we would start back trolling again. When fishing for crappie, expect to catch a variety of other fish, including catfish, perch, and striper. Typically, trolling will help cut down on catching the perch. Be sure to keep your rod tips as close to the water as possible by placing them in rod holders that are 5 degrees or less. Crappie have expanding mouths that are much larger than other panfish, but their tissues are paper thin and tender. As a result, it's easy to tear a hook free by running too small a size or by setting the hook with too much force. One advantage of nylon monofilament is its stretch. The material used to make mono is very elastic, allowing it to stretch, and while this can be an advantage where you need high shock strength, for crappie the real benefits is the way the mono cushions your hook set. If you're getting bites but not catching fish, it might be time to rethink your line. If you're not already spooling mono, you should start. You'll notice an immediate difference when you go to set your hook.
This is what you call fishing here. Like rod tip to rod tip.
I got 30 acres.
When I am looking for crappie, I use my fish finder by using both the 2D sonar and the down imaging to see what is below me. Once I locate the crappie, I will drop right down on them to see if they will bite. If you do not have a fish finder or are having problems locating the crappie, simply put your boat in gear and search for other anglers who are fishing for crappie. Typically, if crappie are biting, you'll have no problem locating them by looking for other boats that are grouped together with their crappie rods deployed. Be sure to change your minnows out often. Sometimes a fresh minnow with plenty of energy is all it takes to get the crappie to bite. Getting back to old Charlie Medlin, when we were young boys, all we would do was just go fishing about every day. His uncle had a pond that was about a block from my house, and we'd get up every day during the summer from dusk to dawn and fish, see how many fish we could catch. Typically what we were catching was a bunch of brim and catfish, and what we'd do is we would put bread, we'd roll little balls of bread up and put them on a hook and throw them out there, and heck man, I bet you we'd catch 100 of them a day. We'd count every one of them up, and at the end of the day one of us would go home the winner. But thoroughly enjoyed fishing and reconnecting with Charlie over the past year. It was fun fishing with him today and talking to him and having him around to show me the tips and tricks on how to catch these crappies, and I really enjoy our fellowship. If you ever happen to be in the Lake Wateree area and you see my good friend Charlie out on the water, be sure to tell him hey, and bring your boat up as close as possible to him and hit rod tip to rod tip with him. He kind of enjoys that kind of stuff and enjoys the camaraderie of talking to people. So if you see him, tell him I said duh. He'll know what you're talking about.
You got one too, Crappie? Yeah. Little bitty one here. Hey, it's crappie. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, you got one there. You got it? What you got? Crappie? Yeah, that's crappie. Yeah. That's crappie. Let's talk about this place. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button below and hit the post notification to be alerted when new videos are available.